Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Two Dads, One Green. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like or subscribe button. It's June 12th, day one of the U.S. Open. Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, Patrick. I'm excited. This is a big week for the channel. You know why?
Why is that?
Because this channel is called Two Dads, One Green, and it's both, Father's Day weekend and also, week of the U.S. Open.
Yes,
So it fits the channel perfectly.
that is a good point. I wasn't thinking about the Father's Day connection, but it is
You gotta get used to it. You're now a father, so it's a big day.
just now. Oh, and it's your first Father's Day, too.
Exactly. It's a weekend where you get to demand some gifts.
Yeah. Are there any particular gifts that you're going to be demanding?
I'm still working on it. Anything on your mind? Probably something golf related.
Yeah, I am going to golf on Saturday, so that's good.
With your father?
No.
Father's Day celebration.
My father is busy for golf. But we'll hang out later.
Okay.
Do they I assume they have Father's Day in Taiwan? Is it a different date?
Yeah, it's August 8th.
Always August 8th or just this year?
Yeah, always.
Really?
Yeah, because the number 8 sounds like dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
Yep.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. So yeah, in Mandarin, when you eight is like ba,
Ba.
right? So August 8th is like ba ba. So it's kind of like dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So it's always August 8th.
Okay.
But June 15th is my dad's birthday. So
Okay. So, wow.
I'll give him a call.
Nice. Hopefully he's not on the course when you call.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Um,
I will be playing on Sunday though. Yeah, I'll be playing as well.
oh, nice. A little Father's Day gift to you.
Yeah, I'll take that. Round of golf on the weekend. Should be nice. Hopefully the weather holds up.
Yeah. Always the risk.
All right, so let's talk about people who are playing real golf out there. So U.S. Open, Oakmont this year, just outside Pittsburgh, home to my alma mater.
Yeah. Did you ever play there?
No, I was unaware that course existed during my time in college, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Well, it might be private anyways.
right, but I think the when did they have that the U.S. Open there last time?
2016. That was Dustin Johnson's first major.
Okay, so I was already.
You were out, I think.
I'm out.
2007 though.
Oh, 2007.
Is that too early
Yes.
for you?
No, that's when I graduated.
Okay.
So yeah, I remember that because I saw them selling things
Okay.
related to the U.S. Open at the airport, but
Okay.
I was completely oblivious of
How
professional golf.
how far away is it from city area? I heard it's like in the middle of nowhere.
That's most places in Pennsylvania. No, but I don't. It's not that far. It's like you just kind of drive along the river, because the Oakmont, the interstate runs right through.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. My school was kind of in the northeast suburbs as well. So from there, it's actually kind of a short drive. I think like 10, 20 minutes. Something like that. That's
Okay.
my guess.
Oh, not bad.
Traffic's not terrible in Pittsburgh, so.
Yeah. Well, everyone says it's the hardest course in golf. I guess.
I mean, couldn't really tell from the scores today. I feel like
Yeah, I was.
some people were having a great time.
Yeah, I thought like, I don't know, maybe 1 under would be the leader, but
Yeah,
wasn't to be.
easily cleared that. Okay, so then we made some picks
Yeah,
last night before the
before
the
everything
first day of the
started.
tournament.
you want to go first?
I'll go first, sure. All right, so again, 5 picks, right?
Yep.
So I'll go for the winner pick first. Winner. So I made some lazy picks, just carryovers from the last from the PGA. Thinking
Yep.
that since they didn't hit, maybe I'll hit this time. So winner, I have Ludwig Oberg
Oh, okay.
plus 3,000. So none of my picks involved any of the the favorites.
Yep.
Your Schefflers, your Rorys, your DeChambeaus.
Okay.
But going with Oberg, he finished today plus 2. Yeah, he started with like 2 birdies. It was looking good,
Oh.
and then yeah, and then he kind of
Trailed off.
got into trouble. Yeah, he got in trouble a couple times. But tied for 33rd.
Doable.
He's not out of it yet. Okay. All right. So then next I got a couple, or I did one where it's a parlay made cut, making the cut.
Okay.
Hideki, Cantlay, Oberg, and Straka for plus 350.
Wow.
From this group, Straka, I think he's like plus 8 or something.
Cool.
Not looking good. This guy, I had high hopes for him.
Yeah, seems like
No good.
every time he's bet, he does not do well.
Yeah, sad. And then I made another Straka pick. It's this tournament trio. So you're basically picking like the best finish out of 3 players.
Oh, okay.
So I took Straka over JT and Corey Connors for plus 180.
Okay.
I thought that would work, but
What is where are JT and Connors after one day?
both better than Straka. It's this summary here.
Yeah. Yeah, plus 8 is tough to come back from, I feel like.
Yeah, leader's what, 3 under?
Because it's not like
JJ.
you can really shoot 8 under to get back. Like that probably isn't out there for anybody.
No, he has to pray for the leaders to fall apart.
Yeah, there'll probably be a lot of people praying for that.
I mean, if the weather continues, then it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to be rain in the forecast though for Saturday and Sunday,
Oh.
so
Nice.
that could lead to some lower scores. We'll see. Might be too late by
lower
then.
scores, like good or bad.
Good. Like if the
Okay.
greens aren't as fast, and
Oh,
I mean, could be worse for rough.
I'm
but
hoping for the winds to pick up. Then it'll be.
yeah.
I want the unenjoyable, miserable golf in poor weather. That's what I'm looking for the US.
Yeah,
Open.
I do too. I don't like the fact that there are people under par right now, especially
Yeah,
how
it's not appropriate.
how touted this was as the hardest
Yeah.
course in the world. 300-yard par 3. Like, come on, these guys are supposed to be
this is
struggling.
Oakmont. It's Pittsburgh. It's a blue collar working man, town.
Yeah.
So they got to work for
Yeah,
it.
the golfers therefore should be playing like us peasants on the golf course, struggling.
Yes, exactly. Okay, and then the last 2 picks, both top 20 picks.
Okay.
These ones are looking a little better. I had Cam Young for plus 350, and then
Oh.
also Spieth for plus 350. They're doing all right, so
Nice.
those are more promising. Yeah, so let's see what happens tomorrow. What are your picks? Patrick?
Yeah, so sticking on theme with you for my top 20, I had Sepp Straka at plus 160. And
Never again.
yeah, he might be you always say no club is safe. He is certainly not safe to keep getting picked.
If only we were doing picks for the normal tournaments.
Yeah.
Then yeah, but in the majors.
Yeah,
it feels like he's
it seems, I don't know, maybe the moment is too big for him. But
yeah.
the next one, which is looking a bit better right now, is a top 10 finish for Mr. Ben Griffin, which is
yeah.
not a super popular player yet, I would say. He won a couple weeks ago.
He's been playing well. Yeah.
Second, I think, at the Memorial, so he's playing some good golf right now, and looks like he's at -1 right now, so he's right up there. So that could be a hitter. Might have to make that a real bet. Then another one that is looking pretty okay after day one is Russell Henley, top 10 at plus 400. I believe he's at even, so he's right there too. Good putter, very accurate driver for the most part. Doesn't hit it super long, but you would think that might be a good combo here. So we'll see.
Just be accurate on everything. I saw them hack. I saw a couple of players try to hack the ball out of the rough. It's just
Yeah, is it brutal?
not fun. Yeah, they're just going at it full force, and I mean, I think I saw Rory try to do it. Maybe Bryson. Yeah, that didn't look fun.
Yeah, it's what, like 5 inches
Yeah, I was trying to
deep rough.
Yeah, it's like a 5-inch shag carpet.
Yeah.
It's not good.
At least they've got ball spotters to help find their ball for them. Otherwise, it would be probably a pretty long round.
Yeah, most of the time, when I was watching through the broadcast, the ball goes in the rough, it just disappears.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did you see anybody actually like lose their ball and not be able to find it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I saw. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and then my next pick is top 5 finish for Xander Schauffele.
Okay.
I've been hearing that not only accuracy but ball and club head speed is very important, and he's kind of, I feel like, gained speed over the past couple of years maybe. And he's, he hits it out there pretty far, and I feel like he doesn't really have a weakness in his game. He's pretty solid all around. So I mean, he didn't play great today, but I think he did finish like birdie or something close to that.
I think he's around that Oberg area.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, +2-ish. So still doable, right up there. And then I was also being lazy with my picks, and I picked Bryson to win.
Okay.
Again, kind of thinking it the most comparable U.S. Open course-wise, I would say it would be like Winged Foot, where he won a few years ago, just with like brutal rough, difficult greens. Just seemed like it would be a good course for him potentially, just with how far he hits it, and that I think the par 3 300-yarder, maybe he's only gonna have to hit like 4-iron into it.
So I noticed neither of us made any Rory or Scheffler picks.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like I've got a little Scheffler fatigue of just like he's just consistently winning, and I just wanted to do something a little different. And based on today, it looks like it's paid off so far. But I think his odds were like crazy low to
Yeah,
like
didn't make sense.
yeah, like so risky for one guy. So I don't know, we'll see. And all this talk with Rory and his driver situation and blowing up last week at Canada, I don't know, it just didn't seem like a super safe pick either.
Yeah, as someone who regularly switches golf gear, I can tell you, yeah, I think he needs time to find a driver that he likes.
Yeah.
After the one that he likes was deemed not acceptable.
Yeah.
Illegal. I think this is also why I didn't pick Hovland for anything, because I think he also switched drivers for this tournament.
Oh, I did not know that.
He went away from his trusty, I don't know, Ping G40 425 or something into a newer model.
Okay.
So yeah, that seemed, yeah, I don't want to touch that.
So you're saying we probably shouldn't ever bet on you then either, if you're switching constantly?
I wouldn't bet on me. So yeah. Let's see. Another notable, I think. Again, we both have success with this pick from prior tournaments. Patrick Reed, right up there.
Yeah.
I saw the broadcast. What contributed to his 2-under? I think it's 2-under score. I think he made an albatross.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Fairway wood. He couldn't see it. He was just like, but that was actually a pretty good shot. So.
So it wasn't like a lucky shot. I mean, obviously there's.
It was right at it.
Yeah.
It was like perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know how long. It was like 280 or something.
Really? Wow.
Like from the fairway wood. Yeah.
Man.
Great shot.
What's the farthest you've ever holed out from?
Like 100 something, 120 maybe.
Nice. I had one
I think.
miraculous hybrid hole out, like 200
Oh,
and change hole out. We got up to the green and everyone's looking for my ball. And I'm
that's
like,
what happened on mine too.
yeah, and I'm like, I thought I hit it pretty good. Like it should be somewhere in here, and then happened to be at the bottom of the hole. So that was a fun surprise.
No, not luck, all skill.
Yep,
Right.
that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for Patrick Reed, I guess. He
Yeah. And leader currently JJ Spawn.
Yeah.
Any thoughts? I know you had tried to pick him before. I remember.
yeah, he was coming off the pretty good duel. Well, I guess the duel with Rory wasn't great for him. He kind of faltered,
Players.
but he was playing very well at the Players, so I thought he would do well after that. But yeah, I mean, he's obviously playing good golf, and I guess from what I remember, I think he's pretty good at approach shots, so that's pretty important here in greens and regulation if you can. So we'll see.
So who do you think is gonna win?
Now after one day.
Scheffler.
No, I don't know. He didn't play that well today, I don't think.
Come back tomorrow. He's gonna be like
Yeah.
lingering.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, he'll always be lingering, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be like a John Rahm type one if he can keep his emotions in check. Let's see.
He was not putting well today.
Yeah, the putter was a problem, especially towards the end. Who else is up here? I mean, it's a lot of... I mean, Brooks, I guess, is up there, but he hasn't been playing that well. So I don't know. I know he can always turn a knot at majors, but didn't work out that well at the PGA, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have a strong opinion?
No idea. I want the weather. I want the real
Yeah.
golf to happen.
You want carnage. You're the guy that wants to see the
Yeah.
world burn.
Yeah, this is like that initial, a warm handshake, welcome to Oakmont. But I want the real deal. So the scores from today are not. They don't count.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. I'm sure that some of these guys will fall back to earth a little bit, but we'll see.
Hopefully.
I did hear
Fingers
on the
crossed.
radio this morning that I have no proof of the statement at all, so someone would have to check. But like an 18 handicap here would be lucky to break 150 or something like that.
150.
Yeah, for playing like these tees and everything,
Okay. Wow.
which is pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah. 150.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think you'll shoot in Oakmont from the tips?
I don't know. I feel like you'd be lucky to break 110, maybe.
I think so. Aiming at that 110, 120 range.
Yeah. Isn't that
See?
crazy?
That's yeah. See the last place person from today, plus 16, so that's an 86.
Yeah.
So they have this as a par 70 currently.
Yeah.
So you're saying we're gonna be like 30, 40 strokes worse than that.
Yeah. I just feel like if you hit it in the rough, like at least my swing speed is not enough to get it anywhere.
I think like from today, when Rory got in trouble, they were saying like he's probably better off just taking an unplayable. Instead of trying to hack his way out. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I think if we do that, if we play our cards correctly, and take advantage of our unplayables, maybe you'll limit the damage a little.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we won't find out. I forgot to ask, but I was just talking with my dad. He actually got to play there
Oh,
for some work thing a while ago.
nice.
And it was like 3 of his work people, and then you have to play with a member there, I guess. And the member basically said, like, anything inside of 5 feet on the putting green is a gimme, because otherwise that you'll be there forever. it's just like impossible to putt there. Um,
What did he shoot? What did your
I
dad
forgot
shoot?
to ask.
Okay.
It probably wasn't the U.S. Open setup right when he played, and I'm
Sure.
sure he didn't play the tips. For some reason, like 100 is sticking in the back of my head, but obviously that's with 5-foot
Okay.
gimmies on the hardest greens.
It's
So
not bad.
yeah,
It's not bad, Oakmont.
yeah, but so maybe someday, you never know.
Yeah, ask him to take you next time.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Anything
okay,
anything
that's-
else on this, or we'll just wait to see how the weekend goes.
Looking forward to the rest of the tournament and some carnage, please.
Yeah.
Today was too pleasant.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, correction. JJ Spawn, 4 under.
Yeah.
Great round though. His irons were just great today. So irons and being able to get up and down. Like his back nine was all pars. He got out of trouble a couple times.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's nice.
Well done. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
What's next?
Let's do it. Couple of would you rathers, shall we?
Yes. Let's do that.
All right. So first off today, we've got a fun one. Which golf classic would you rather watch with your kids? Happy Gilmore or Caddyshack?
I answer first.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Oh. Between the two, I think my Happy Gilmore is more of my favorite, so
Yeah.
I'm going with Happy Gilmore just because of how dumb that movie is. It should be fun to watch with kids.
Yeah.
That'll be my pick.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah. How about you?
I think I'd also pick that. I think it's also a little more PG for the kids too compared to Caddyshack.
Yes.
I feel like Caddyshack is one of those I think 70s, is it 70s or 80s movies that like got a lower rating than it probably should have at the time. But still a good movie. Just yeah. Happy Gilmore has so many funny quotable parts. And yeah, it's just a funny movie. And
Agreed.
they're making a second one, which I didn't know until very recently.
Are you going to? Would you purchase a ticket and watch? If they're showing it at the theaters, or going on the the modern streaming route.
Yeah, I think
At
I'd
home.
probably do the at home for it.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be one of those movies where they try to do a bunch of callbacks to the first one.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So it might not be the best, but it'll still be fun to watch, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have high expectations, but just for sake of nostalgia, I'll still watch it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, Adam Sandler's like how old now? This movie's from when? I don't remember.
I want to say it's like 96, somewhere in that range.
Geez, so 30 years
Yeah,
ago.
it's a while. So, yeah, it's been a while. So I'm guessing he's got to be in his 50s, if not 60s. Do you have a favorite scene
Yeah.
from it, the first one?
Yeah, the fight scene with
With Bob.
The Price is Wrong. Explicit.
Yeah.
Expletive. Sorry.
That is a good one.
What's your favorite
Yeah,
scene?
I'm trying to think. I like
Send him home.
I like the scenes with Ben Stiller actually a lot as like the nurse guy
Yeah.
with his grandma.
it's pretty
I don't know.
funny.
He's just kind of like a goofy character, that little side story that's pretty funny. So
Do you think that's it paints a realistic picture of nursing homes?
eesh, I hope not, but I'm guessing some of them probably people have power struggles or not struggles, power trips, I should say, but hopefully I don't have to figure that out for myself.
Yes. All right. Second question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask. So this is more of a fatherhood question.
Yep.
Would you rather do diaper duties or bedtime duties? So bedtime duties meaning putting your kids to bed.
Okay. And diaper duty meaning you have to change every diaper all the time?
Correct. Yeah.
Uh
You're the diaper man.
yeah. Is that how you guys split it up between the two?
No, it's kind of whoever's available.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of how we are too.
I guess I usually do. No, it's a combination. Bedtime is probably like a combination.
Okay.
But anyway, go on.
I think I'd probably pick bedtime just to not have to do diapers all the time. I feel like bedtime is somewhat good quality time with your kids too.
You can bond during diaper time.
Yeah, I guess it's just not the same when it's so smelly and gross, but I guess you could bond during that time.
It is bonding. It's physical touch.
Yeah.
It's physical bonding there.
Yeah.
Okay, so your answer is bedtime?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a more enjoyable time with your child.
You know what? You're right. Yeah, bedtime is better because I'll be half asleep as well. So I mean, it's,
What is
whereas diaper duties, I feel like I'm working.
Yeah. What does your bedtime routine look like?
Ooh, okay. So for a long time, right? My daughter's been sleeping with us.
Okay.
So we're trying to transition her into sleeping on her own. We've tried just letting her cry it out on her in the crib until she falls asleep, but then that also impacts our quality, our ability and quality to sleep. So then
Does she not eventually fall asleep, or?
Yeah, but then the length of time that passes varies.
Okay.
My very depending on like how many naps she took during the day, or perhaps sugar intake.
But she shouldn't have
her last
any
meal.
sugar intake if your wife is very anti-sugar.
Well, I mean, we've been letting her do like peanut butter, so that's got some sugar in it.
Okay.
So yeah, she has some. And then various fruits. That's unavoidable.
Right.
So then we also do sometimes a hybrid approach, which is like she'll like sleep like near us or on me, and then when she falls asleep we move her into the crib.
Okay.
Something like that.
And then will she stay there the whole night after that?
Yeah, most of the time she does, although we're also doing this thing right now because she's kind of outgrowing her smaller like bassinet thing. So now we're moving her to a larger crib, which is she's less familiar with.
Right.
So then working that in just kind of complicates it. So there were a couple times where she kind of wakes up at the middle of the night, and then I have to do the same routine where I kind of hold her a little bit, and then when she falls asleep I move her back.
Okay.
But yeah, so Patrick, you've been kind of on this journey a little longer than I have.
Yeah.
What's kind of your routine and any struggles or any like tips and advice?
Yeah. So we did something similar with my older son where we had to do crying it out.
Very noisy.
Yes, very noisy. Very much took probably 1 to 2 weeks before he was like finally got it and wasn't crying forever.
So no more crying.
Well, now we're into the new phase of crying it out, I guess. So for like the past month and a half, he's been either sleeping with us in our bed, or we turned his crib into a toddler bed because he started crawling out of the crib.
Okay, yeah.
So in order for him to sleep in that, we were having to take turns sleeping in the room with him.
Okay.
So that's been going on for like a month and a half. And we've taken a few like weekend trips that kind of derail the process a little bit. So this week, finally, we started to have just him sleep in there alone,
Okay.
which he
How's
was
it working out?
not very fond of. The first night, I would put him in. He would get up and cry, open the door, and come screaming for us.
Oh.
So I would go back up there, put him back in bed, and he'd do the same thing. So we did that for over an hour, and then the worst feeling and thing I've done is
Can you lock the door from outside?
yeah. So we're getting to that. So
Okay.
eventually, I had to hold the door shut while he's screaming and crying like, "Daddy, please don't lock me in here," and like just sounding so distraught. And it was like the hardest thing as a parent I've had to do so far, I felt like. So that was very stressful, and he eventually just went into his bed and went to bed.
Okay.
And in the past couple nights, it's gotten progressively better. We finally got these, we have these little door lock things that you put on the outside so that when he tries to turn the handle, it won't turn.
Okay.
But he can't get at the locks. So,
Mm-hmm.
so we put those on, and basically if he came out of the room at all, like we would say, okay, we're gonna lock the door now. And then the weird thing is, like, as soon as he knows the door is locked, he actually like went into his bed and like went to bed,
Oh.
which was like
Okay.
really weird. I thought he would have been like banging on the door and still wanting to get out, but
He knows it's useless.
yeah, it could be.
The door ain't opening.
Yeah, but he's like still periodically, like, if he wakes up, he'll like get up and like go and try
Check
and
it out just in case the door's
it's
open.
open now. And then like in the morning he'll be like, "Oh, Daddy locked my door," like, and like telling the daycare lady the same thing too. Like, look at how terrible my dad is for locking the door.
Yeah. Be careful. Social services will show
Yeah,
up
I know,
at the door.
but it's for our own good, I guess. Everybody's own good.
So you said it took about a month until he kind of got it.
Well, I mean,
Or
it was just this week that we started doing
Okay.
him by himself, but like he was finally comfortable with the bed itself after,
Mhm.
2-3 weeks.
Okay.
So hopefully we've only got like a week or so of this, and then he'll be okay.
So now, with the younger one, you have a chance of a do-over. So what would you do differently?
Yeah, good question. Well, I'd probably just start the crying it out sooner. Luckily, our other son,
That's what I heard as well. Just
just
put on the earplugs and just
just do it. I think you're also just traumatized by the first one's experience that you like just want to get it over with, and it works.
Yeah.
So, but my other son doesn't, knock on wood, isn't a terrible sleeper, so we haven't really
Okay,
had to do
that's
that
good.
yet. So we'll see if that
Okay.
continues.
Okay. Yeah, right now we're remodeling the master bathroom. So the master bedroom is like not usable. So
Oh,
unfortunately, right, we all have to sleep in the same room. So I can't can't transition into the separate sleeping yet.
yeah.
Um,
Is that part of the
So-
reason that you guys are sleeping together? Or or she
Um,
also would just be sleeping with you guys anyways?
no, I think previously it was because we didn't really set up the other room for her to sleep in.
Okay.
And then before that, like my in-laws were here, they were using the room, and then my mom came, and then she was sleeping in that
Okay.
room. So,
Yeah.
So then since birth, it's been kind of like she's been with us in the master bedroom.
Right.
So yeah, once the bathroom's done, maybe we'll try this. She's starting to also, like your son, kind of attempting to climb over the
Oh, really?
bassinet, and that's why
Yeah.
that's why we had to convert into not really it's kind of like a pack and play. But then
Okay.
it's a sleepable pack and play.
Yeah.
So the walls are higher.
Yeah.
So one of those, but it's a little different, right? It's kind of like low on the ground.
Yep.
So it kind of feels different.
Yep.
So yeah, she's not used to it.
Yeah. They everyone says they won't remember, so just get it out of the way as soon as you can.
Okay.
within reason. Probably not right after birth, but
It's never too early, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of my story with that.
So your sleep quality, how's that going these days?
To be honest, it hasn't been too bad. Like when we were alternating who was sleeping in the room with him, like that day, other than the fact that you're sleeping on the floor on just like a mattress topper is what we had, just folded up, laying
Okay.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Like he would sleep a while, so I felt like, and we'd have to start in there with him like at the time he was going to bed, so we'd be going to bed at like 8 and just like watching TV on our phone or something. But when you're in there in the dark for so long, you kind of get tired faster, so we were ending up falling asleep faster and getting much better sleep actually. So that was
Okay.
one nice part of it. And then whoever was not in there with him actually probably had less sleep because they stayed up longer, and our other son wakes up earlier than him. So that person on that day was getting less sleep. But they're both sleeping okay right now. So
Okay.
what about you? I assume it's pretty bad.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, her bedtime's actually pretty late. It's like 9, sometimes 10.
Oh wow, okay.
So like an adult. And
She's
then
so mature.
She'll wake up. She'll wake up like 6, 7-ish. So probably 7. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's kind of like when I wake up anyway. So
Yeah.
and I'm still on leave, so no work.
Yeah, that helps.
Hasn't been terrible. I feel like I can get away with less sleep and be okay. Like my wife, my wife would, she would want her, I don't know, 7 hours.
Yeah.
So and that's why if my daughter's being fussy for that day, then I'll have to, kind of handle the bedtime duties.
Yeah.
Because my wife's back at work now.
Okay, right.
So she needs to wake up early. But yeah.
Is she
It's been okay.
she's traveling into the city too?
Yeah. Yeah, so she takes the train in.
Okay. Nice. What else are you guys dealing with the baby?
So daughter's also approaching 1-year-old, right? So we're also transitioning more solid foods, right? Trying to wean off the formula a bit.
Nice.
So let me ask you this. So what kind of foods did you kind of start off with your kids
Yeah, I
when
mean,
they're making the transition?
yeah, I think like a lot of pureed things, like pureed vegetables and fruits. Yogurt sometimes was a good one too. Yogurt, peanut butter. I mean, sounds like the things that you're doing too. But yeah, we did a lot of that kind of stuff, purees, and if there was anything that wasn't pureed, it was in very tiny pieces, as I'm sure you probably know.
Okay, yeah. What are their favorite foods?
Well, my younger son eats pretty much anything that you put in front of him. So I'm not exactly sure what his favorite would be. And my older son, not that it's more of a drink, but he loves milk. Like, cannot get enough milk.
That's good.
It's good, but like also it seems like it's too much milk, maybe. Like he wants to have it with every meal, even when it's not with a meal. So I don't know.
Got milk.
Yeah, he's the poster child for got milk. That would be a good modeling experience for him.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like a lot of similar foods as your younger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I try to tell how much she likes it by how wide she opens her mouth when I'm approaching. Because yes, she eats everything as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been also doing, like the pureed fruits, which she seems to like. Yogurt she likes. Peanut butter I think she likes. The other thing we're also feeding her is okay. So on my trip back to Asia.
Yeah.
we went to some, those baby supply stores.
Yep.
And they have a lot more like food options for babies, it seems.
Oh, really?
Like they'll have, like here they'll sell, like those packets of like, the pureed fruits
Yep.
and veggies, right? That's kind of the bulk of it. There's more variety in Asia, it seems.
Okay.
It's like they try to make it like it's more like adult food, so they'll have like packets of like, I don't know, like porridge with
Okay.
like fish and
Oh, really?
like
Okay.
bits of meats and vegetables. So it's kind of like more like an actual meal.
Okay.
So we bought a lot of those packets, and we've been feeding her that. She seems to like it. So it's kind of a mix. We'll do like porridge for one meal, and then maybe fruits and veggies and a yogurt for another. Applesauce, something that she
Oh,
likes.
yeah, that's a good
as
one,
well,
too.
It seems. Although, yeah, when we started out with the yogurt plus peanut butter, I don't know if we overdid it or what, but like. So there's a transformation, going back to the diaper duties topic from earlier, but yeah, her stool kind of transformed, right, from the liquidy mess
yeah.
into more solid, and I think at one point it was like rock hard, and she was really struggling with that.
Yeah.
Like she would like cry.
Yeah,
because
that's
it
brutal.
felt painful. I don't know if you ever had to deal with that with your kids.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to think. It was a lot of like, was it prune juice or like gripe water is something
Okay.
that I remembered.
So I bought that, and then she hated it. Like she wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
So then we had to kind of go back to more fluids, and then eventually it kind of stabilized now. So,
Okay.
so that's good.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
So yeah, moving forward, we're just trying to not like overdo a type of food.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
like
so-
bananas. I know are kind of constipating.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we do bananas, but not all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
She could just be constipated in general.
Yeah, maybe. But before this, it's been pretty fluid.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's fine now. It's kind of an in between.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Right now, so it's all good.
Yeah, hopefully she manages to pass that phase.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so food, and I also noticed now that we've given her more normal foods,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't like the formula anymore.
Oh.
So she'll she'll have, I don't know, 20-30 mils of it, and then she'll be like
No more. I'm done with this.
pushing it away.
Where's the real
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. How'd you kind of handle that transition? Did that happen at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point it was just, yeah, you just kind of got to give them food, I think. And then switching to real milk at some point, probably around around 1. Like we just switched over my younger son to real milk.
Yeah, we're planning to do that after 1. I
Yeah.
think. But yeah, okay,
Yeah, so
helpful.
yeah, I mean, I'm not like an expert at this stuff. I don't want you to feel like I'm telling you what you need to do and it's the right way.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah.
It's been fun experimenting, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this constipation issue was concerning, but it's fine now.
Yeah.
Now I just need to handle the mental constipation when I have on the golf course.
Yeah.
That's the ongoing issue.
Yeah. As it always
For
is.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time we can dissect your game and help you with get more fluid in the head so that you
Get me closer to those goals we set.
yeah.
In the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Because right now it's going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think I've played. One of my goals was to play 10 rounds, and I think I've played 2 so far. So After this weekend, it'll be 3. So, getting there.
A third of the way there.
Yeah.
Making some progress.
Yeah. So.
Not like my handicap goals.
Yeah.
Actually going in reverse. So.
Well, those were that was your hardest goal, if I recall. So.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's that one or the 3 putting.
Oh yeah.
No 3 putting.
No 3 putt might be harder.
Maybe I was too aggressive in my goals.
Well, we could revisit them halfway through the summer or something to see how it's going.
Yeah, can't we edit our goals midway?
Yeah, I mean it's just like work.
As we do in work.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always fluid.
Okay. Back to the fluidity topic, but
yeah.
All right, so I guess that's all we got for today.
Yeah, a good conversation, a little bit of mix of golf and family. So thanks for listening, everybody, to Two Dads One Green. Be good, play better, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.